Hey book nerds, this is my December wrap up and I read a total of 17 books and I'm surprised I actually read that much since December is like the craziest month, but being unemployed, you know, I guess you have a lot more time. So I'm going to show you the books that I got as ebooks, and I know this is such an archaic way to show you books, but since I only have the iMovie app on my iPad, and I'm literally filming this on my iPad, this is what I can show you. I'm going to try to figure out a different way to show you because sometimes you can't even see it. So this is Angel Fever by L.A. Weatherly. Can't even see it, if you can see that. I will put the titles down below so you can actually find out what these books are. Anyways, this is the last book of the Angel series, and I have to say that I really enjoyed this take on angels. Honestly, they are insane, and I thought that them being all, you know, murderous and, you know, basically not angel-like. So, I thought that it ended really well, and that the climactic ending wasn't as big as I thought it would be, but I did give this one a 4, so I liked it enough. Yeah, sorry about that. Can't even see it. And then I read Haven by Laury Falter. This book, I just have to say that I got this from a blog tour, and I love this book. I think I even gave this one a 5 because it was just so perfectly on point, and I felt that it was such a strong read and there wasn't too much romance. It just touched upon it, and I liked that it was more focused on the plot and the story. Basically, the students are stuck at school because they were there early. So 5 students are stuck at their high school, and all of a sudden, like, zombies just start appearing and they start eating everyone, and they're the only humans, and basically they're just trying to survive. So I thought this was a pretty good read. If you like zombies and you like all that craziness that, you know, happens in all of those apocalyptic reads, try this one. It's an indie read, I believe, so it's available as an ebook. And then I read See Jane Run, if you can see that, See Jane Run by Hannah Jayne. I read this for a blog tour, and I thought that it sounded so good. Basically, there is this teenage girl, and she is adopted, and she believes that she is adopted. And she tries to find out all the information about her adopted parents, and it leads her on this whole trail, and secrets and lies are like exposed, and it was a pretty okay read, but I thought it sounded a lot, it could have been done better just because I was waiting for more to happen. I think it was too much focused on romance, so I think I gave this one a 3 out of 5. And then last but not least, I read Warrior by Eleanor. This is the second book in her prophecy book series, and I just have to say that this series has so much world building and names and terminology that I was really confused. I did read the first one because I had to own it, and they had a glossary in the back, but since this was an ebook, I couldn't exactly see what was going on, and they didn't have a glossary, so I don't remember what things were, so I just kept trying to interpret them in my mind. And since I'm not either Korean or Japanese, I had no idea what things were, so it was a little confusing. I just wanted it to be more, I wanted all of the things to be more explained. It was literally kind of like an info dump, so I think I gave this one a 3. So yeah, that is it, I believe, for my ebooks. And speaking of L&Os, this is Prophecy, as I was saying. I had a little bit of issues with this one. I know that I liked that there wasn't too much romance. I think Warrior, the second one, had more romance and there was a love triangle, which I did not understand. I liked the aspect of the prophecy in this case and who the Dragon Slayer was or who the Chosen One is. So I thought that it was really strong. This was a stronger read than the second one, so I liked it enough. I think I gave this one a 4. And like I said, the terminology in the back really did help. So there's like glossary. I'm just trying to like cover that, but the glossary helped a lot. So, and then I read, I think, is this the first? Yeah, this is the first one. This is Anatomy of a Boyfriend. This is by Daria Snadowsky, and I read this one and I kind of loved this character. She was funny and quirky and obviously sexual. She's a teenage girl. So I liked that aspect of it because sometimes we don't actually read this stuff, and this kind of enlightened that side of a teenage girl being sexually active. So there are some scenes in this one if you are like a younger reader, just a warning. And I thought it was pretty good. I gave this one a 3. I don't really like contemporaries because sometimes they bore me, but since this is about a different topic, I liked it enough. So, and the covers are really funny. And then I also have Anatomy of a Single Girl. This one I felt was a lot more strongly about instead of the second one. The first one, sorry. I thought this had more of a more emotional read. So it's her basically breaking up. And that's not really a spoiler. But this one I felt that she grows up a lot more. So I felt that she changed from the first book. And I liked this more since it wasn't really focused on sex as much. It was more on relationships. So her relationships with her best friend was really cute in this one. And the cover is cute as usual. It's like a little Barbie. Sorry, my phone. I'll just turn that off. And then I read this Arc of Far, Far Away by Rom McNeal. I loved this one. I think I give this one a 4. The only aspect that I didn't enjoy was that it was so slow in the beginning. There was no plot to be seen really as much, but I loved this whole magical element in this little town. It's not called Far, Far Away, but this magical town has a bakery that sells these, what are they called again? Something cakes. Princess cakes or something? Where is it? I think. Anyway, they're these special magical cakes, and apparently if you eat them and then right after you see the opposite sex, you fall in love with them. So there's this little, I don't know if he's a little kid. No, actually he's a teenager. So Jeremy Johnson is the teenager, and he's kind of a loner, and he goes out one day with his classmates who are girls, and one of them happens to be the most popular girl, and she eats the cake, and she kind of falls in love with him, but it doesn't really work out that way because then something else, all this stuff happens. So I wanted that to be more focused on the actual storyline that was in here, and it's not mentioned in the description. Hopefully it changes with the final, but I thought this was a really enchanting read. So if you like middle grade or, you know, fantasy and magic, then check this one out. I also read, okay, this book. This is The Blessed by Tonya Hurley. And I have to say, this is one of the creepiest, most interesting covers, and it also has the most beautiful, like, it flips in back like this. I always have to show this, but it shows another, whoops, sorry, my computer just went on, but this is another cover. You see that? So it has like a dual jacket. But I had such a problem with this book, even though it is beautifully designed. even the inside is just beautiful. And I'll show you in a second after I put the cover. But as you can see, like, even they have all these, like, gorgeous, like, skulls. I know it's not gorgeous, but like I said, that it has, like, something extra on it. So, anyways, I had such a trouble with this book only because that I had no idea what was going on. Everything was widely detailed and descriptive, and I just couldn't keep going. I think I was almost done this book. I think I was, like, in the 200th pages, and I just stopped because I didn't even want to finish it because I didn't want to know what happened, because everything just ended up happening in the end. So it's kind of weird. I think this is one of 2, even though I didn't really finish it. I read enough to gauge a review. So I just don't know. If you guys like this one, please let me know why, because I really want to know why. And then I read Not a Drop to Drink by Mindy McGinnis. This book everyone was raving about, and I can say that it was not what I was expecting, but I kind of liked it. It wasn't full of action. It wasn't full of it wasn't a journey. It was just this girl trying to protect her little pond with her mother in the middle of nowhere. So, and what happens to her life and if she meets new people. So I kind of enjoyed it, and it was a really enthralling read. I loved her writing, and I cannot wait for more from her. This is a standalone, so I kind of loved it. So yeah, I really liked this one. It was a really great and unique aspect, even though, you know, what happens when the world has, you know, contaminated water and what happens. So I really enjoyed this one. I give this one a 4. And then I read Unhooking the Moon by Gregory Hughes. This is a middle grade read, and I have to say that props to the Canadian author that it is also set in Manitoba, but then they moved to New York, so I was kind of like, whatever. But these are 2 Canadian siblings. One of them is called Rat, whom I love. She was hilarious. Her name is Marie Claire, but, you know, her nickname is Rat, and her brother, Bob, is the one who is narrating. So this is in the point of view of Bob, and they happen to have, their dad is lost because he has a heart attack. And it shows in the description, I'm not doing any spoilers, but they go on this adventure to try to find their lost uncle. So what happens is, like, this incredible journey, and I just love this to pieces. I could see this being made into a movie. I really enjoyed it. I loved the main character. She was this perky, you know, hyper and almost original character, because she lived in her own world. So I kind of love that about her. So really like this one. I think I give this one a 4. And I read everyone's favorite author of the year, apparently, Eleanor in Park by Rainbow Rowell. I kind of DNF'd this one. I did not finish it, but I did pick it up again. I felt this book was so long. It was dragging. I had no idea they were falling in love. I had no idea why. It was a good thing it was an instant love, because at first the 2 characters hated each other, and I did not like that they were a little bit racist and prejudiced and stereotypical of their characters and how they look. So that was probably one of the reasons why I didn't really like the characters. I know that is bad, but even though I did like Eleanor's, she wasn't the, you know, popular pretty girl. She was kind of a loner, and people used to pick on her. So I liked that aspect, but the thing is, I didn't connect with the characters. I didn't connect with their relationship, and I didn't feel all the feels like everyone was saying. So I kind of had to put this down, but then I picked it up, and the ending just, it kind of revived my rating, but at the same time I didn't enjoy it and loved it as much because I had no idea why or what was going on. I really wished she touched upon that a little bit more in the beginning, even though it's a love story. There is some sort of plot in this one, but I wanted it to be more, I wanted it to be spread out a little bit more. I know that I said that it's dragging, and it is. I did not like the 2 point of views that would bounce back and forth. They would literally be one sentence each from Eleanor and then another one from Park, and then they go back and forth. So it was kind of like this huge dialogue, and I was getting confused. But yeah, I think I give this a 2. So yeah, not a good one for this one, but hopefully Fangirl and I believe Attachments is a better read for me. So, and then I read The Coldest Girl in Coldtown by Holly Black. Now this book is, you know, vampires and crazy world where vampires are put into cold towns and humans who are their food sometimes, you know. And then the thing is I liked about this was that vampires were like celebrities, so they were always viewed upon online and everything. So I thought it was a pretty good read. This is my first Holly Black novel. She is really descriptive, but it's good in a way because it's not too detailed, but it's strong enough to keep turning the pages. So she had that pacing thing going on, and the plot was there too. I really liked this one. I think I give this one a 4. I did like Tonya, but I had no idea why she liked her love interest. So yeah, maybe I'm just getting really picky now with like romance, but yeah, I like this one enough. If you guys like vampires, you know, if you're not, you know, so sick of them. And then I swear to God, I only have 3 more, including this one. Now this is Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson, and this is the point of view of, I want to say, Tinkerbell, you know, Peter Pan's Tinkerbell. I thought it was a unique aspect of the Peter Pan story. I didn't really know, I haven't actually watched Peter Pan, so I don't really know. I just know the characters. You do see Hook in this one, you do see Peter Pan, and you also see a new character, and her name is Tiger Lily. And she is one of, I want to say one of the, I want to say citizen in this island of Neverland. And she grows up and she is completely different from anyone around. She's kind of a tomboy, and you know, Peter Pan like falls in love with her and they fall in love with each other. So I liked her character. She was very headstrong and stubborn, and yeah, there was kind of this, I want to say evil or, you know, murderous intent in her personality, but Tiger Lily, you know, is behind her 100%. And then when Wendy comes in and everything goes crazy, and yeah, I really like this one. There wasn't as much romance. I didn't really connect with the romance as well, but I liked other things about it. So, you know what? You can give this one a good read. I think I give this one a 3. A 3 or a 4. And then I read Paranormalcy by Kiersten White. And, you know, I'm not really sick of paranormal books, you know, with werewolves, vampires, ghosts, but this character was super funny, and I really loved Evie's personality. She is witty and funny at times, and she's such a teenage girl because she loves to shop. So she works at this agency called IPCA, which is International Protection, International Paranormal Containment Agency. So she works for them because she can see through people's glamours. Like, for example, a vampire, and he has a glamour, she can see right through his glamour and can see his dead skin rotting and all that stuff. So they use her to capture all of these paranormals, because if they're hurting humans, they have to be ID'd. So this is the start of it, and I really enjoyed this one. I think I like this one more so. I thought it actually ended on a good note. It could have been a standalone. I thought it was really funny. She's a good character to read, so I liked Evie. This is the first one. And then I as always, I had to read the second one. This is Supernaturally, and I know I just finished this one a while ago, but can I remember what happened? I read so many books, they all, you know, come together. Oh, right. This love triangle in here. Wasn't feeling the love triangle in this one, since I'm already on one team. How many guesses to who it is? I don't like Wrath. He is annoying. He is so annoying, and whenever he appears on the page, I just want to like throw something at him. But anyway, this one, I don't even remember what's going on in this one. My god, I'm getting old. But anyway, I did like it. I think I gave this one a 3. I didn't like it as much as the first one because I thought the first one ended so nicely. This one has more of a premise. It's more of a second book filler. It's more character development between her and Lynn, which is her boyfriend. So, yeah, it has that pretty girl on a cover, but I don't like these covers as much. So that is it for me. I am reading the last one, so I'm still on it. So that is it for me for this year and this month. I hope you guys read as much as you could, so I'll see you guys all next year. Bye guys.